date. It's not about the numbers. It's about understanding why I speak the date and the numbers. There are things that I am completing, that I am using for my symbolism. So I speak of all these things with a purpose for truly knowing how I am dealing with all of these things to the group, as I am giving you multiple pieces to the puzzle before I'm ready to uncover all those pieces and make the puzzle pieces become whole. So everything I speak is so you can get to know me. I don't want you to focus on just being. Okay, your turn.
We are at almost 3 hours. I don't want your focus of just being on when I'm arriving, so you can get out of here. Because you want to go to heaven. I want your focus to be when I'm coming, so you can start your adventure and get excited to wake up my children. You see, this whole mission is about waking up my children, truly helping them get out of that sleep assimilation that the devil has put so many under. And once you realize we are here, as time goes by, it will become easier to complete your training. You will remain excited for wanting to learn new things. I know you all love me, or you would not be here right now. That's for damn sure. So I appreciate y'all being here right now and truly listening to my guidance as I teach you all these things. You see, I have many different circles in how I started the world, so not only by my will and by my design to teach who I truly am, but I am God of character. I'm also a God of order, and I do things to help build your character, to show you things in a strategic way, on my perfect timing, which is perfect and pleasing. No, Mandy, she doesn't know what I'm going to do every day. She's just being obedient to me and staying on task of where I need her to be, and she is basing it on the writings. You see, each day I have something planned. Cleansing I actually had planned for day 2. She didn't know that I had that planned, and I did put it in my guider's heart for how important purging and cleansing is. But as I guide you in the writings, you're going to see how everything flows perfectly, and if you wait on my timing for things, even though I put that urgency in your heart, you're going to realize that I'm leading absolutely everything. And I don't want you to skip things, because all of it matters. I put that urgency in my people's heart about cleansing, because all of you need the cleansing, and that is not a one-time thing. You should get in the habit of always looking at yourself when I'm speaking things. Am I speaking to you personally? Is this hitting you in some way that you feel it? If I give you a message, are you only looking at your neighbor? If there's a correction, are you looking at yourself? You see, just because you are a messenger for me at the time and I'm giving a message, you should always train yourself to look at yourself and look at my words and what I'm trying to say to all. I've trained Mandy to do that from the very beginning, because I've made her my main vessel. There's a reason I've done that, because her walk is separate from all of yours. You see, you all have separate walks with me. No one is the same. Some purge earlier and some purge later. It all depends on the dealings coming from your heart. Are you waiting for me to deal you on big hands before you give everything up for me? Or are you choosing me first no matter what you receive? You see, I know some of you are not where you want to be, and you wish you had a different life. Well, if you keep following this path, you are going to see that I have all of those things for you and more. Because I've created all of you from the mother's womb. I know every thought and I know every heart. And I'm teaching you to not only train, but to also put me first. Now let's go back to the circles. I have different people from different circles here in this group, because we are foreshadowing the end, where in the end everybody is together. So I know some of the people have not come home yet, but they will on my perfect timing. Some people need more push than others, and I recognize that push, which is why I set up certain situations, leading them down that path so they can start purging and they can start cleansing when they finally realize it was I, Yeshua HaMashiach, leading them all along. And sometimes in order for you to truly know and to truly believe, I have to show you some things. But I'm trying to teach you to believe by childlike faith and just following your spirit. You're going to receive many revelations and many new mysteries, and most of you are not going to understand these mysteries, because not all the books are in front of you to prove it yet. And this is where childlike faith comes in. Do you recognize the Father's voice? I'm teaching you to know the difference in the frequencies on how I speak to all of my children. I don't speak with wrath and condemnation, but I do speak with encouragement, love, and correction. So you can always tell when it is my voice if you truly get to know me. Because in my teachings, not only am I helping you grow and showing you how to love yourselves and one another, I'm also leading you down a certain path of righteousness, and I'm showing you that if you put your entire trust and faith in me, I will never let you go. And of course, I'll never leave you regardless, but the closer you walk with me, the closer you're going to feel that connection. I love all of you, and I've been with you all of your lives. I personally know each and every one of you here, and I've been guiding everything in your lives waiting for you to truly pick up your cross and follow me. So do not worry. At the perfect moment, at my will, at the perfect moment, it will all come together on my timing. Let's just focus on the writings of what I have for you all every day as we are entering into the light circle to go on the ark. Now, even though you're from a new circle, I may have taught you things already, and you were holding back the teachings and waiting on my timing. You see? You all learn differently. If you guys think I could write this...
You guys are nuts, dude.
You see, you all learn differently, and I lead us things a certain way, so that way everything is set up perfectly for when I make my move and start the process, either sending people out on missions or getting you ready for the pre-celebration of heaven. But you see, I always have moves that I have to play on the board, and there's always a process to everything. And your Father wants everyone to experience these blessings, so I tarry for that reason and that reason alone. So if you maintain focus on me and you are truly walking with me, I'm going to guide you in the direction that you all need to be. You just have to keep trusting that I'm leading your life. You see, nothing is a coincidence in your lives. I'm controlling every aspect of your life. There are things that you do that I'm leading you to, and you do not even realize it is I doing it. But as you can see, I do everything so perfectly because I am the only perfect one. But as you become one with my Father, and you will start to feel and see the perfection as well. Yes, you always fall short in these fleshy bodies, and you will be susceptible to the flesh until the wineskins are finished and done fermenting. I love all of you children, and I'm leading you down this path today. I really want to focus on the cleansing, and when we are finished the cleansing process, we can look at the calendars, but I want to maintain focus because all of your stories are important, and it's important for everyone to get to know one another and feel vulnerable around each other, to feel like that family that you have always been from the very beginning. And it's hard to open up and trust, and because of your past, many of you have trust issues. Many of you have issues with being vulnerable, especially with people you don't feel comfortable with right off the bat because of the trust issues and scared to release information when you don't truly know somebody. I know that can be difficult. And if there are some personal things that you'd rather not say in the group, that is okay. I don't want you to ever feel like you're forced to do anything. There's nothing forceful in this group. This is all by your own free will. So if there's something personal that you feel you need to get off your chest, you need to come to me and I will cleanse it from you. But in order for me to cleanse those things, you have to truly admit to yourself that it needs cleansing. And then I'm not forcing myself upon you, and I will keep cleansing you and removing those things. You have to start looking at your lives in a strategic manner. What is your purpose on why you are living? Is there a certain task or goals you need to stay in the spirit? Do you find yourself walking in the flesh more than in the spirit? Have you asked me for certain gifts like your spiritual language, or do you still have fear about what you've been taught in church? You see, there's a lot of deception out there, and the devil, he knows there are certain things that I use from heaven. That is very powerful. Spiritually, he knows a lot, so if you're afraid to do these spiritual things to help yourself grow in the kingdom, then you need to ask me to take that fear away from you. Most of you need to be taught of every single thing that you have learned, because all the teachings you are simply wrong. Because all the teachings are just simply wrong. But that was the devil's design from the very beginning. He wanted my people far away from me. Will you scratch up there? He didn't want them to get to truly know, down to the left, truly get to know me, and my character, and he didn't want them to have a relationship with me. So the first thing he did was attack the churches. He put ideas in my people's heads, teaching them things that are just wrong. He changed the translations in the Holy Bible, the one here on earth. You're making me laugh. Teaching my things that are just wrong. And now my children are learning from men, and they're not truly seeking me for all the answers. You see, back to Mandy's walk. I'm using her as an example because I've used her as a messenger now to relay all of this information to you. So to explain why I put her in this position now has to do with her walk with me and how she truly gave up whatever I asked of her for me. You see, she was not always that way, just like many of you. You've gone down a certain path, we led astray, and then you turned around when you found my voice again. You see, I never leave you. I just want you to continue to come to me, and I will help you if you continue to admit things in your heart and you keep asking me to help you. You can't fail. The only time you can fail is if you aren't honest with yourselves and you aren't honest with your feelings. Mandy was honest to me. She told me the Bible was boring to her. I already knew that she didn't truly want to learn these things when she was on her walk with me. Just like I know the ones who truly want to be here and the ones who are just listening and going through the motions. But if you're honest with me, because I already know your thoughts anyway, I can help you and guide you and make you excited to be here. I can retrain your way of thinking about how you don't feel worthy to be here because you haven't received many things from me yet, and your brothers and sisters have. So then you start comparing yourself to one another, and then that makes you feel even more unworthy. You see, I don't want that path for you. I'm trying to lead you away from that path because you're all beautiful and worthy in my eyes, and each one of you has your own special walk.
And I put you all in different situations. There's some that are more advanced right now because they've gone through the training. They're currently out on missions and they've gone through a lot to build up that endurance and that strength, but that does not mean they still can't learn things. You say I have my angel group in the group.
You see, I have my angel.
You see, I have my angel group in the group who are my guiders. Originally, I only had 3, but I just brought in 2 more to help guide the group. But it is very important to know your role and your positions that are all in. I also have leaders leading my Zooms, and when everyone is not there and the light group is not a part of the Zooms, my leaders are Sheila and Angel. But when the entire group is there, the original leaders are supposed to be in play, and that is Cassie and G. You see, I do things this way because I am a God of order and I have important positions for all of you. So it's important to listen to your leaders, but mostly it's important to listen to me because I am your ultimate leader. I am the one guiding everything on the Zooms. There's nothing that gets past me. I am the one directing it all, and I put things in people's spirit for a reason. So it's important to keep listening to your spirit, and if I give you something and I am personally speaking it to you, it is okay to interrupt because I am the one that needs that urgency in that message and that message delivered. That is the only time it is okay to interrupt because what everyone says is very important. You all matter and your voice all matters. Your thoughts matter and your way of thinking matters. This is why you have to train your thoughts and rebuke the negative thoughts that come in because you're all worthy to be here. We're all part of the original kingdom and you're all my highest ranking elders, which is why you're getting this personal training from me. So I do not want you to worry. Your gifts are going to come in on my timing, and the more and more you give things up for me, and the more you grow your relationship with me by worshiping me, praying to me, talking to me all day long, asking me to guide your life, you will receive those blessings from me, and I will pour my spirit out in you and give you those gifts and those blessings from your true Heavenly Father from heaven. Now, if you haven't received your gifts yet, it doesn't necessarily mean you don't have a close proximity relationship with me. It just means that I'm not ready to give them to you yet. You see, you all have a different walk with me, and every step that you make is very important. And I choose people for certain roles because I'm guiding them on their steps that they are taking. And your Father knows when you truly lay down something not expecting it back in return. And that was Mandy's journey. She gave up something that I put in her heart as a desire and gave her that talent. But she was willing to give it all up for me because she knew she was making it first. Again, I'm using her as an example because I chose her to receive the writings. She is not more special than you because she was chosen. You see, I choose you all for the roles that you all agreed to play from the very beginning. But I put you in those roles from the very beginning because your Father knows all of your hearts. And He knows by your own free will what you were willing to do in every realm. So because the spiritual rankings are in and we are all going into the physical, you all have certain positions and roles to play, and this is her role that I am giving her now, just like the guider's roles. You see, you have been training on the outside for many years, and I've set them up to do certain things, but just because my guiders, and they're seasoned inside and outside the group, I'm still teaching them all to be unified and one together. You all have different training to complete. No one knows their complete story, and I'm referring to all of my guiders. Currently, there are 5 in the group, and I call them the Angel Group, and they have their own mission that they are going to be on, and that is my 2 new ones, Katie and Berto, and the ones you've known for a while, unless you're just coming in, Matthew, Maury, and Kathy. Because of the experience and because of everything, I've already brought them through training on the outside, and some in the group, and I am leading them in a certain way because I'm guiding them to guide you and teach you things. Even though I am the ultimate teacher, I will set up people for these roles to help you grow in the group. I also have certain missions planned. So when I send somebody out like Mandy and G, who's going to start the social media campaign, the campaign for spreading the good news and bringing my children my truths and my heavenly mysteries. I have chosen them to be on the front lines as my first Adam and Eve couple, because they are Adam and Eve in the garden, and they did start every circle. So they've been around for a very long time, and even though their spirits do not know everything and they don't have their memories back, you will see when our memories come back that they have to struggle and survive for so many years before creation even happened. All right.
So you see your father takes all of that into account and all of the roles that he chooses for his people. And because he had to fall to the world, I'm setting them up to be the fall girl and the fall guy. The world isn't ready for kingdom marriages. They do not understand those things. And this is why I'm sending my people out there and all of you to teach them these things. Now your father knows your situation. He knows the ones that are ready to be in the public eye and the ones that are not ready to be in the public eye. So you will never be forced to do anything. It is only by your free will, by your own heart, and how you want me to lead your life. You okay, my love? I know you want my will, otherwise you wouldn't be here listening to these lessons in my training, so I appreciate you all being here. And by showing up, you're showing that acceptance of being an elder, and that's very important for me to see that acceptance from you, because like I said, I do not force myself on any of you. Now as you go through this journey, you're going to start to see more of who you are and where you come from. But sometimes revelations is just not time for yet, because my frequencies are very powerful from heaven. So part of your test, can you turn off the fan? Now I'm kind of cold. So part of your testing and your journey is to go through some things before I reveal who you really are. But do not worry, because on my perfect timing, I will reveal those things, the ones that sort of know who they are, because there's so many more mysteries to who you actually all are. Because I've created so many different roles, and you all have played many parts. And all of these past realms, you just do not currently remember who you are. Here's one thing you do need to remember, that I'm guiding everything. I'm going to give you your roles on my perfect timing. I'm going to show you who you all are, because I know it's important to you. So if I'm not mentioning your name, it's not because you're not important. It's because we are not there yet in the revelations. And it's not time to speak these certain frequencies, but do not worry, it's all part of your walk and it's all part of your journey. But your Father's always correcting you no matter how seasoned you are, and to humble yourself is your best course of action in any situation. And when you do that, I will bless you. I will keep pouring my spirit out in you and keep increasing your gifts. And your walk with me is going to draw closer to me, because I love when my children put me first. I love when my children have true reverence for me. I love to see my children laugh and smile and be happy in their lives, that they are growing close to me. You see, you don't have your memories back, but we are very close growing up in the kingdom. And you are going to see all of those things as you complete your journey. And when I take you all up to heaven for the pre-celebration, that is going to be the boost of energy that you all need for me to keep going on this journey. I know the lessons are hard. I know there's a lot of Zooms, and I know it takes up most of your time. But I promise you there's a reason for all of this. I'm not only guiding you to put me first, I'm also guiding you to be strategic in your ways of thinking. I'm guiding you to have structure and to be punctual and to sacrifice things for me by laying certain things down for me. I know none of you want to upset me, and you have true reverence for me, and you will build that even more as you grow your walk with me. And when you get to that perfect place that you are all going to be in, you're going to see how I'm going to use all of you to wake up my children, to bring my people home back to the kingdom of where it all started. I'm teaching you to know all of these things, these fundamental principles of getting on the ark, because even if you do not understand it right away, it's going to be downloaded in your memory. And when your memories come back, everything will click all into place. So do not worry if you don't understand all the calendars and every single thing that I'm teaching, because you don't have to know everything now. You will know it all in my perfect timing. So I do not want you to feel like you are failing just because you don't understand my ways of teaching. The only thing I want from you is to truly try. It takes a lot of commitment to want to be an elder. It takes giving up things in the world. It takes sacrifices, and you're going to learn all of those things on this journey. And right now, this is the calm before the storm. I have to shake things up because it's part of your testing and it's part of your growing and putting you through things so you can come out strong in these battles. So I set you up for a lot of things for testing purposes, but I also set you up so you can turn your hearts to me in time of struggle. And when it gets hard, that is when my people truly reach out to me and let me help them. and let me guide them. You see, I'm not just writing things to write things. I'm using my messenger to write them. But every single thing that I'm speaking is all of great importance. And some of you might think, well, this is common sense. But you have to understand, a constant reminder of those things is going to help you, because it's so easy to be caught up in the flesh and start living in the world again. So without these reminders, many of you start to fall off on your task and start straining back into living in the world again. You see, you learn to truly appreciate everything when you're down to nothing. And I've set people up in the group that way. Angel currently is living with Mandy and G, who had an amazing job. He's not anymore. He left already. But it was no longer my will for him to be in the world. So he went from having a lot to nothing. So now he supernaturally waits for me to provide for him, and I always will. Because your father knows what you need before you even ask him. Mandy and G, the same thing. They had great careers. G owned his own business, but I told them that their career was over. And they followed me, and they have waited on me supernaturally to provide for them. McKenna, her role has been a little different lately. I lead you down a path by your own heart and by your own choosing. But McKenna, she had to choose me first, not get a job, and I was there to supernaturally provide for her. You see, I'm using examples, people that I've taken things away inside the group from the very beginning. I'm using the people from the very beginning because their journey has been the longest inside the group, and they have to sacrifice these things for a very long time. Now, there are also certain people in this group that did not wish for them to leave their jobs at the current moment, that have also been here from the very beginning. You see, your father knows you all. He knows what you can handle, and he knows what you can't. So I do not do the same thing for all of you. It all depends on your struggle and what you all need to cleanse from and work on. So even if you stray for a little while and you do not continue on the path that I'm putting you on, I will still never leave you. I will still keep guiding you for you to come back home. You see, your father knows his sheep, and the sheep knows the shepherd's voice, and my sheep know that I will never leave them. Even though I never leave you, there are times where you feel disconnected from me, and that is in my word. If you continue on disobedience and not being obedient, you will feel that disconnection from me. And that is because I do not force myself on you. So this is why I'm teaching you all. It's not only live by faith, but true obedience, and let me guide your life, because I'm guiding all of your lives. Now, I know I stumped some of you yesterday with the numbers and the keys, but the revelations you'll write on. Every part of you brought to the table, it all mattered, it all coincided with one another. So great job, Sheila. I designated her as a leader, and she also gave up work for me. You see, I put many of you in certain positions to give up things for me, because I know there's certain things that people need to cleanse from their hearts. Randy used to have a shopping addiction. She used to be all about the world, but I cleansed her from that, and now she's all about me. You see, no matter what your walk is, you are on this journey for a purpose. Veronica, I wanted to reach out to you personally. You are meant to be here, my daughter. You just do not realize it yet, but my ways are higher than man's ways, and even though you do not feel it yet, I still know how much you love me. I watch you every day, my child. I know all of your struggles. I know what you're currently dealing with your life right now, and I know that makes your situation harder than most. But I appreciate you being here anyway, and do not worry, your soulmate is coming. I know you feel the distance of love and laughter, but you have to understand, my daughter, I put you in certain situations to wake up the people around you. I put you in those situations to show those people how to love. So you actually have a big role in this group. You are one of my caretakers, just like my Denise. I've led her to counsel you all. She's going to be helping you train to step into your role counseling. I choose people for the caretaker roles for a reason. It's based on a lot of your past and what you have dealt with personally and all of your struggles. So you see, I do not want you to feel unworthy because your gifts haven't come in yet. You have no idea the path, but I truly have you on. I recently named 2 of my newbies. You know them as Peter and Ellen, but I gave them a new name, Asha and Priya. They have a beautiful story of how they found each other, and they are also from a different circle. So they're actually pretty seasoned outside the group already, and they have already struggled many things to be where they are. Gabrielle and Sue, the same thing. They're also from a different circle. They do not have their members back yet, but they're going to see who they actually are and what role they're going to play in this group. They have a lot of knowledge, and I have them in a special role of leading my people, showing them in my word how my true word is going to be guiding all of these new mysteries. And that is going to be part of their role as one together through their kingdom marriage. Natasha, I'm so glad to see you return, my daughter. I know there's been some outside influences leading you down a certain path, but I want you to keep trusting my voice, because I will guide you and lead you down the path that I need you to go on. McKenna, I'm so glad that you have returned as well, my daughter. Even though I have you in a different role, I appreciate you playing your part, and keep listening to me personally to guide you, because I'm always guiding all of you, whether you recognize my voice or not. Claudine, I know you're very new to some of these things, but I appreciate you making the effort of being here, even though your schedule's a little hard sometimes. You see, your father knows exactly what you all have going on the outside. He knows exactly your struggles, and he knows what you're working with, the people around you. So I appreciate you sacrificing sleep and taking the time to be there, just like I appreciate all of you sacrificing your sleep to be there. Lydia, your struggles are real, but I love that you put me first. You have a sense of worth about yourself, and you've been listening to my voice for a very long time, guiding you, helping you get on the right path, and also rescue you at times of need. Thank you for listening to my voice, my daughter. I'm very proud of you, just like I'm proud of everyone here listening to these lessons. And I know you don't know who you really are yet, but you are going to see your upcoming role is very important, and your journey is actually going to go quicker than you think, based on your position. You see, I've chosen you because of who you are in heaven, but also because of the rankings in the spiritual realm. You walked very close to the Father, and you are part of getting my people to walk with the Holy Spirit on earth. Now, I know you do not know what that means yet, but as your role comes in, you will realize how important that role was to lead my people. Megan and Erica, I put you together because you are my twinsies, even though you don't have your memories back yet. You're going to see how truly close you both are. You're not only best friends in the kingdom, you're very close here now in this last realm, but there's a reason for that. It was part of your role and your position in heaven because you both did things together. And you're going to realize I have a certain mission for you two with your soulmates, of course. And if you keep trusting my voice, I'm going to lead you down the path that you need to go on. Berto and Katie, I know your struggles, and I appreciate you giving every single thing up for me, truly living out your best life, just serving me and following my voice every step of the way. Your stories are going to be very powerful as I put you out there in front of my people. You are all my kingdom couples, but I have a special role for your story. Just like the same story of Mandy and G, and same with Cassie and JB, because their story is similar as well. And you guys are going to see that every mission I put you on, there's always a reason, a special purpose behind it, and how I put you in the same role and how you have the same story, just like my twinsies. And you're all going to see why I put you together, because you're all family. You're all attached in a way, even though you do not recognize it yet. You're going to see I have certain rules for everyone. And just like Cassie's going to have to play a big role here soon when her next duplicate comes in, you all will have roles to play. But here's the good news. See, the Father knows what your hearts are going to do before he puts you in a role. So here's what I didn't tell you, even though I put you in a role based on your current rankings and what you currently had in your hearts. I can change your path because your Father knows your heart and what you truly need. So I can change your path even though you'll still be in the same role. But this time it will be according to my will and not be based on your own heart. And this way you are playing the role for me, but it will not affect your future rankings. You see, I have the ability to put you in a role based on something you've done previously, but then because I'm so full of grace, and when you truly turn your hearts to me, I can change that path and the reason why I put you in that role. And because I know the beginning and the ending, I already knew your hearts were going to do that, which is why I'm telling you now, my daughter, you are now in that role because you have turned your heart over to me, because you've given me everything, and now you're playing the part that I'm personally putting you in to lead my people, to show them the difference. So Cassie has a big role to play. I'm not trying to single her out yet, but she's going to...
I have to give it to her because she is a champion reader. I've seen her read for 12 hours straight. And so for her to be like delusional, that means she's doing some good work.
But I haven't had any sleep.
I know.
But she's going to start the alliance here in the group, and she's going to start moving people to the other side. You see, your next duplicate, some of you do not have enough frequencies based on the past rounds and the trauma that you have suffered. So you will fall away slightly and stop believing. Cassie's going to lead you to the other side with her and start becoming the leader with Vashti in the new group. Now, this is all part of my will and my design, so if you cleanse your heart to me and you purge everything, and even though you have to go to the other side based on my will for your role, the part you are playing in my movie, I can change it based on the rankings and let it be because of my will for you and my parts that I need you to play versus your role because of your own heart. Just like I did with Cassie, because she learned to submit, she learned to truly give me her heart and put down her pride. I'm using her as an example because Cassie was a big part of the reason why you're all here. She stood up to her father, the fallen duplicate spirit of Lucifer, in the very beginning. Otherwise, a lot more would have fallen and taken the mark. So because of her bravery and how she chose me first, I have led Cassie to do certain important things in this group because of her position and her role she played from the very beginning. And because I knew she was going to turn her heart this way and humble herself, she's now leading the other side based on the position that I'm putting her in, not her own heart. You see, you do not know everything that I'm planning, what I'm doing. But I asked you to give me true obedience by your faith and just trust me where I'm guiding you and leading you in certain roles. You see, many people are doing things that I personally asked them to do based on the roles that I'm putting them in. This is why you can never assume somebody is truly falling based on their own heart, or if they are falling because it's the position that I'm putting them in. See, your Father knows your heart, and He knows whether or not you're making assumptions about people, whether or not you're truly looking at yourself to humble yourself, to get rid of pride and ego, because you all have had it in your lives. No one is ever going to be perfect, and your walk is all different and unique to each one of you. So now that you know that option, even though you can't change the fate of the next duplicate coming in, because your Father's so graceful, you can change it to whether or not it is based on your own heart that puts you in that role, or based on the will that I have for you to be in that role. Sheila is another one that is going to be going to that side along with Angel. But you see, Angel I have in a different position because he's part of science. You see, you all have roles to play, and part of this role was the astrophysics line that I made with him and G. I had to bring in lights with darkness. I had to show the true line of Jesus and the true line of Lucifer, just like I had to show the true line of the fallen Lucifer and the fallen Adam. Now I am the only perfect one. I was created in a light circle, but I was sent in the flesh to save everyone from their sins. But because I was sent in the flesh as a man, I know all the thoughts of men. I know everything is to be a man, but I'm the only perfect one, based on my Father's will and how He has sent me to the earth to save my people. And that has to do with duplication of spirits. You're going to see that my spirit was switched out before I took my death on the cross. So when I say I am the only perfect one, I am the only perfect one. As baptized in the river, that is when my spirit was switched out to the duplicate that has never sinned, that has never sinned, that has never done anything wrong, that was there sent purposely for my Father's will. But before my role was ready, I lived my life as a man. I did things as a man. I will have a book to prove all of this to you, my own personal book, just like you all have your own personal book and your own story. Sheila, do not worry, my daughter. You're going to get there. I know your struggles, but I also know your heart, and your heart is in the right place. You just have to find what I'm trying to get from you, and then you will be there, and I will strengthen you, my daughter, and lift you up. No, I haven't mentioned everybody yet, and there's a reason for that. It's not because you are any less special or not important in the kingdom. The parts you are playing, they are going to come later with revelations. I also have not said some certain names who have been in the group before, who have chosen to follow away based on their own heart. There are many things that they do not know about them as well, and their roles that they are currently playing. So your Father's going to mention all of you eventually when it's time for that path to be mentioned. There's so many things.
There are so many things
I would like to
tell all of you. Each have a personal walk with me, and I am going to continue to guide you, walking with me on that perfect path. Your Father already knows what you all have struggled with. Your Father knows every inch of your lives, but your Father is also testing you, and He's leaving room for faith. So keep coming to my feet, keep worshiping me. You are going to see there are certain people that I have on the outside that can't make the Zooms very much, based on the different time zones. Your Father knows that it's very important for you all to be here, but He also knows your current situation as well. Yana, I know you're struggling being in a different time zone, and your role is very important, because I'm going to switch you over to the main vessel once Mandy leaves this group. See, you have to understand, I have to send out Mandy and G to start the call of the celebration. So teleportation is going to come while I'm having my two become my experienced guiders, while Yana is going to be the main vessel in the group. And at that point, Angel will be crossing over into the light circle, and then I will pass the torch to Erica. You see, I have perfect plans for all of my people and everything that they are doing. Charlene, her walk is different than all of yours. I have her on a special path waiting for the submission of the husband. Okay, yeah. But there's a reason for that. There are things that you do not understand that I allow to happen for my will and for my glory, and it's all part of the roles they are playing. So Charlene, thank you so much for being so tough and letting my symbolism happen through you. You see, I allow things for my symbolism to come through. I could have had an angel protect that fall, but I allowed you to come through because I allow certain things to come through because my symbolism is very important.
Dude, is he talking about the fall?
Yeah, when she fell.
I think he predicted her fall.
Yeah, when she fell. Remember? She's all bruised up.
This was last year, so he was predicting the fall.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
He said, I could have had an angel get her.
Wow.
So Charlene came to us, and she was bruised up. And
she had like two black eyes and everything.
She was on a ladder and she fell. We're
wow,
like,
and he
dang.
prophesied this.
We just caught it right now that he prophesied it a year before that.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And I have certain people that are waiting on the outside to enter into the group, and I have not called in these people yet. And they will be called at my certain time, my perfect appointed time, and I know none of you even know who they are yet. You see, I have a timing for everything. My process is perfect and very strategic, and there's going to be more people coming in from different circles on my perfect appointed time. And just because you do not know your role yet does not mean you're not supposed to be here. Barbara, I know you're struggling, my daughter, but I appreciate you, and do not worry. I have many missions for you and your soulmate. You are also a part of my kingdom couple missions, because your story is very similar on how you found one another. So do not worry, daughter. You will know very soon. I have you and Lena on the same path, and you will both be with your kingdom spouses. Peggy, the same with you, my daughter. I know you are struggling right now because I know your thoughts. You've been led down a path in your life, even though I'm revealing the truth to you. It's hard for you because of your current surroundings. It's hard for you to understand every single thing that I'm teaching this group. But I know your heart, and I know you want to learn everything, but I'm teaching. I also know you're earned for your love, and you will be with him soon, my daughter. So do not worry, your soulmate awaits you, just like Lena, Barbara, and Yana. Yana, I know you don't know who your soulmate is yet, and I know you know the position that I put you in for a certain role. There's a reason for that, and you will meet him very soon. Vanessa, I know you have a situation at home that is hard for you to be on Zooms, and you are on the Zooms when you can. So I appreciate the dedication that you are putting in based on your current situation. Thank you for helping your soulmate and having such a heart for him, because we all have a struggle in our lives, and everything you do. Go ahead, my love.
It's going to be guided by me in your lives, and thank you for listening to my voice and letting me lead you and not letting fear stop you. You are strong, my daughter, and you're going to see a very special role for you to play. When the time comes, I will let you know who you all are. Finish at 3 hours and
30 seconds. 30 minutes.
30 minutes, right? Or does that say 3 hours and
3:30.
Oh, 3:31. Oh my goodness. Okay. I gotta go to bed. We love you so much. Thank you, Jesus. You know, we would walk through fire for you. So.
Much love.
Well, I can't do that because they're gonna think that we're doing it.
They can think he's my homie.
Yeah, he's my homie too. He's my best friend.
Yeah, he's my best friend.
He's my best friend.
We'll talk about that later.
Okay, we can be best friends.
Okay.
You're my best friend?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
All right, guys. We
Bye,
love you guys.
Goodbye,
Sayonara.
love you.
Bye-bye. God bless you.